excited. And again, right now on the screen, we have with us live, joining us live from Los Angeles, California, is Danae Brown, our spokesperson for the R.J. Foundation. How you doing, Danae?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for asking. And you?
I am wonderful, and I just like to thank you for joining and chiming in today. This is a very important time for us to take action towards mental health. And I'd just like to say, for one, you're a miracle walking, because I never would have imagined in 1,000 years would ever think that I would be able to be speaking to someone who literally tried to take their life, um, and in the way that you did, to be able to talk to you today. This is so profound for me, and it just warms my heart that God preserved you in the way that he did so that you can come and share your story. So today is Mental Health Action Day. And I would just like to say we are excited to be a founding partner with over 1,300 organizations, foundations, government agencies, as well as community leaders and cultural leaders in over 31 countries. Okay. And in today, we are all doing our part in taking action towards mental health. So, for you being here, for you logging in, for you chiming in, I'm just thanking all of you now for taking that step. And again, we have our spokesperson, Danae Brown, who is here with us today to share her testimony. And we're going to keep things flowing. I hope you guys tune in, even though we can't see you all right now. That's totally fine. We're going to work through this here as we go. But just know that this is a time for sharing, taking action, and knowing that there is someone here to listen, someone who cares, and someone who doesn't have a judgment bone in their body when it comes to your pain. And Danae, I just want to bring you on really quick. But first, let me share my testimony and how the RJ Foundation even got created with under the umbrella of GB2K. Back in 2016, my nephew, who was a GB2K kid, when I say GB2K kid, he started out performing at the field trips back when he was a little kid up until the time he left Texas at 19. And as a founding member, as a GB2K kid, when he took his life, it did something to me. Now, I want to talk a little bit about his pain because through his pain, we birth Your Pain Matters. His pain was very detrimental. He was sexually abused as a child by his stepfather, and he began to get very angry. And no one really knew what the problem was. We just knew he couldn't maintain his control. You know, he was out of control when it comes to expressing himself. And his mom flew him to Texas, like, hey, we can't do anything with him. He's out of control. I said, well, I have the organization. Send him on down here. I'll do what I can to do my part. He's family. I had him when he was a baby. I'll take him now. So my nephew comes to town, and one day I'm doing research on giving back to kids. We were going for a grant out there in South Dallas. Shout out to South Dallas Trust Fund back in the day. Uh, so during that time, I was doing research and I saw that Oprah Winfrey had some archives on her page, and it basically talked about this football player who was multimillionaire, successful with children and a wife, and he wanted to share his story on Oprah for the first time. And in that story, he sat up and he told everyone how he was sexually abused by his stepfather, who on Saturday mornings would get up and call him a punk and a gay guy in front of his friends and during Saturday while we're in the garage fixing on bicycles and he's under the hood. Well, the athlete began to act out in school. Long story short, he took the aggression out on the football field, was good enough to go pro, became a multimillionaire. God told me to call my son and my daughter, my son and my nephew into the room to ask them and to share that story with them. Now, at the time, I was unaware of what I was doing. But when I shared that story with my nephew, he came to me and he said, Auntie, that had happened to me. Okay. At that time, we had a very trying moment. You know, we got some counseling and we did what we needed to do. 19 years old, he left Dallas and he went back to Phoenix. At 21, someone called him out of his name, kind of focused around his sexuality. And that was the last conversation that he had with that family member. And he took his life. Well, into that, going dealing with the grief of that, I went into a deep depression for 6 months where I just fell short and I was not showing up for anything or anyone. And through that conversation was had with my twin sister Stacy, and we said, well, what are we going to do about Raphael Johnson, who you know, that's my nephew who killed himself. What are we going to do to commemorate him as a GB2K kid? And me dealing with the pain, and she was like, you know, your pain matters. Sis, it's okay. Feel how you feel. It's okay to go through it. And there, your pain matters was birth. This is our third year annual, and we're fortunate enough to be founding partners with such a large entertainment group and all these organizations that we are able to share our story a little bit early, which we will have our official European Matters third annual event on the October 18th this year, 2021. So I hope you guys can join in. But before any further ado, I just wanted to share with you, it doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter who you are in life, what you have accomplished in life. If you're dealing or coping with mental health, that could be a pain, that could be abuse, that could be financial, physical, emotional, psychological. There are so many ways that this mental health can affect you in your life. But if you are dealing with it today, my challenge to you is to reach out to somebody and check in and just say, "Hey, I'm not feeling so good today. Today it doesn't feel so good for me." So, I want to encourage you all to take a stand and be a part of this movement of taking action on your mental health. And now I would like to bring in Danae Brown, who is the founding spokeswoman for the R.J. Foundation, who jumped off a 40-foot bridge. She's here to share her testimony, and I'm so grateful for you to be here, Danae. Thank you for being a part of this movement. Thank you for being a part of the R.J. Foundation. Without further ado, you all, this is Danae Brown. Danae, are you with us? Danae, are you with us? Well, we're going to try and get her here in really soon. Danae, if you can hear me, just chime in, and we'll be coming right back to you. In the meantime, just bear with me here, and we're going to go ahead and get our other guests that are here in this that are here to live in the studio audience to speak on mental health illness here on Mental Health Action Day. And again, we appreciate you all taking a step to take action towards your mental health because your pain matters. And again, it doesn't matter what it is, you can do your part by taking action, by actually checking in with someone and letting them know how you feel and what it is you're feeling. It's okay to share. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be in pain. It is okay not to be okay. And that's something that we're trying to get really enforced here today. Let me go ahead and get my guest here. We have guest speaker, Big Boom author, bodyguard, the solution here with us today. We also have the fitness trainer guru workout, Olivia's Way. When I tell you these two people right here are the most powerful people sitting in this room, I just like to thank you for your presence. Thank you for your time. And let's see here. We're going to go ahead and get let's see here. We're going to go ahead and get Danae. Are you still with us, Danae? Danae, are you with us? Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and switch gears here and go back to the audience who we have here with us, which is Big Boom, the bodyguard, and Olivia. Work out Olivia's way. You guys, you know what? This is some powerful stuff here. I'm excited. And I really hope you guys are excited and feeling like you want to check in with your friends, and be sure to check in with those friends that um are not showing up. Okay, check in with them because somebody had to check in with me. And I really, really do appreciate that, Tanina, when you checked in with me back in 2016 and asked, what's up with you? Why aren't you showing up? You know, and then when I explained, you told me it was okay not to be okay, but I need to still show up. So if you have a friend out there that's not showing up, you guys get on the phone, make a call, reach out by email, do whatever it is that you need to do to let that person know that you care and that you're willing to be a support system for them, because that's the thing, we never think that no one's really listening, no one really cares. And you know, we all have our own lives, right? So what we need to do is start checking in with our friends, and don't be afraid to let them know that, hey, I'm just checking to see how you're doing, if you're okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is, if you guys can see, we have Big Boom and Work Out Olivia's Way. We have Miss Olivia Bezum in the house. Thank you so much for taking time out y'all's busy schedule to be here today to share in this taking action day. So what I want to do is, I'm trying to get you guys up on the screen, and I'm not sure if we can get some microphones over there where you guys can be heard a little bit louder. Um, let's see here. Boom. Let's see if we can get you here. I can well, no. Can you turn your can you turn on your your microphone? Olivia, can you get your microphone on? We have some guests in the house. Thank y'all for chiming in. We really appreciate that. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, you all. We're going to get Danae Brown. We're trying to get her. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we have Workout Olivia's Way. Okay, fitness trainer guru,
Hey y'all.
speaker, motivator, y'all. If you ever seen this woman in action, you will know exactly what it is to work out her way. She's a very powerful woman, and very, very serious about this mental health action taking here. So, Olivia, I just like to thank you so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate you. And I'd like to say again, you've been amazing with your fitness training. If you guys are looking to get in shape, I'm scared of her. I'm just going to be honest.
Don't
But
be.
if you're looking to get in shape, go see Olivia.
Don't
She
be.
just did some cuppings on her back, and that was so amazing. So she has a lot of tips on how to get that mental right, you guys. She has a lot of fitness tips because, well, I'm gonna let her go into it. So, Olivia, I'd just like to thank you for chiming in today, being here with us. Can you tell the people a little bit about your take on mental health, please?
Oh wow. It's huge. And this is not even just a black or white thing. It's just huge all around.
Yes.
Um, we're species that are just really trying to figure it out, and we don't even understand how we're bringing up the next generation. So here you have PTSD,
Mm-hmm.
and people are living their adult lives with PTSD and not understanding why they can't make that particular change,
Mm-hmm.
because someone, it was the blind leading the blind. And mental illness really just set an ugly foundation for certain decisions that we make.
Yes.
um, it really puts a huge blanket on love. We don't know how to love.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to be in a marriage, in a relationship, period, with anybody for that matter.
Yes.
Mental illness can put you in the darkest space that you're like, how did I get here? And can I even get out of here? And that's just so much energy wasted
Yes,
on
it is.
something that
Mm.
if if we understood that we already had the tools to get out of it, that we could. It just is draining.
Yes.
Um, and for those that actually do get help and don't take their lives and don't take other people's lives, because it's not just us taking our lives, right?
Yes.
It's other people. It's
Yes.
sick people taking other people's lives because somehow or another we think that we are fighting our oppressor that's
Mm.
probably long gone,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Say it
And
again. You can
yeah,
say that again.
and it's a hurtful situation. It's a stressful situation, but we all know that somehow or another we can gain muscle from that. If we
Absolutely.
actually put in the work, fight against all odds, and we fight against principalities, things we can't even see.
Mm.
We're challenging things that we cannot see. We're battling
Yes.
with things we cannot see.
Daily.
Emotions alone can have you in a broke house on the streets.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
So it's just it's hurtful. And for Wow is here to say you can work out in every aspect because I am a victim of that.
Hmm.
I am a victim of that pain.
Well, I
Um,
wouldn't call you a victim. You're a survivor.
well, thank you
You
because you
surviving.
are your words, and I refuse because that's not what Wow is. So thank you for that correction.
Yes.
Was once, but I am a
Mm.
victor right now, right? I'm victorious
Indeed.
at this moment, to where I don't care how much of a success in time that I get, I'm going to share it before something else come about. Meaning,
Mm.
if I learn something small, even at this moment as I'm talking to you, I'm going to figure out how to make it an expo. I'm going to figure out how to make it an event so it can echo across the nation on what
Yes.
to do when you come across something or you've been having that pain, that
Mm-hmm.
depression, that hurt
Mm-hmm.
that you can't even seem to get across. Here it is. Here's your tool. Here's what you can do
Yes.
to try to fight against that, to try
Mm.
to give it your all by any
Yes.
means necessary. So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is so powerful. And again, you said something that, we tend to just ignore the tools that are before us.
Right.
Here you are a whole tool. You have a whole workout plan. You
Yeah.
have things that not only that you can help others with, but it's been helping you cope
Huh.
as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
And people, it's not too late. It's not, and it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
We have Olivia here. She's available to work out mentally,
Hmm.
physically, spiritually.
Correct.
And she does such a wonderful job. But again, for her, it's still a daily process. Okay. So this is nothing that you can just go and, get help one day and it's gone. You actually have to cope and keep going through the process to get past that pain.
Yeah.
And I know you had a saying, and I know you say it best. So I want you to bless our listeners um, with
I
that
know
beautiful saying.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
My motto, wow, work out Olivia's ways. Our motto is you cannot be physically fit, yet mentally and spiritually obese. It will not work. You're going to tap out.
Mm.
You're going to tap out.
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
You cannot be physically fit and yet mentally and spiritually obese. You can't even be spiritually
Mm.
fit and physically and mentally obese. Like they
Yes.
all have to have a workout.
Yes.
And that's what I try to that's what Wow, not even me, just
Mm.
Wow within itself tried to convey.
Yes.
Trace, like I, if I even start to try to tell you about my journey, you'll be like how the heck did you even get here?
Mm.
But that goes back to the tools you already have. Like that goes back to how we're designed. You tell me that I'm made in God's image, yet I'm supposed to still feel defeated
Yes.
and be defeated.
Mm.
Well, that don't make sense to me if you have this creator that created so much, right?
Yes.
This creator that created so much and it created me, and who's to say he's not going through it? He or she's not going through it. But he's still designing things. He's still creating things. He's still showing you blessings. He's still giving you outlets. He's still giving you that boat. He's still giving you that helicopter. He's giving you so much avenues to really survive.
Yes.
And I can't take anything away from those that took their lives or took someone else's life, but there got to be an inkling somewhere in there that says, you know what, I could have probably made it through that. It's just like a workout. It's just like a workout when you don't want to do that last sit-up, that last set 10s of sit-ups, but you give it what you got. I don't care if you have to take a water break.
Yes.
What is a water break? Finding a mentor, finding a psychologist, finding a psychiatrist, finding a pastor, finding the person next door. I don't care if you have to take a water break by just going to get a massage, going to get acupuncture, going to go get your feet done, hands done.
Yes.
I don't care if you you go take a vacation, read a book.
Yes.
Right? Listen to a motivational video.
Yes.
Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Lisa. They're all over. Those are water breaks.
Yes.
Because you ultimately do the hugest work, the biggest work of them all. I tell people all the time, I'm not your trainer. I'm your personal health assistant. I remind you.
Yes.
I remind you that, hey, coach, hey, boss, we got to do this, X, Y, Z. Now, I can't let you quit because I know what's up in you.
Yes. That's
right?
awesome.
So
yeah.
I don't necessarily take the credit for what you think I do for you. No, you're the one doing it. I'm just your personal health assistant. I'm just trying to remind you, hey, you the one that did the work. I just had to, as a secretary, write out your agenda for that day.
Yes. Let's get you on track.
Let's get you on track.
And hold you accountable.
That's my job. So I don't get to sit up here, just like teachers don't get the accolades that they deserve. That's how I feel about this situation. WOW is all across the board. WOW says that if I'm talking to Big B right here, and I say he's cracking my head open with wisdom, man, that's the workout. This man just taught me.
Yes.
I got your book, by the way. So, but way back, we met before.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
those type of things. Me talking to Trace, like just her even hitting me up. And it's so crazy because the person that introduced us to each other called your name out, R.J. And he like, you need to hit her up. And there you go in my inbox.
Wow.
Literally yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, day before yesterday. But those are workouts. Knowing that you have that type of power to summon somebody and then boom, they're in your inbox. Boom, they're in your face. We have the power.
Yes, we do.
We have the power.
Yes,
so for the times that you give up, you know, that's between you and God. But for those that are still living, still got their eyes wide open, right? You get a do-over.
Yes. Yes,
it hurts like hell, but you get a do-over. I'm tired. I told him this morning, I said, look, I'm tired. I'm tired. I had the cupping yesterday from the acupuncture, acupuncture stuff. And it almost like it went deep inside and got all my pain and surfaced it up to my back.
Oh.
The man, Dr. Brandon Lee even told me, he said, hey, the areas of your body that host the most pain is going to be darker than other areas. Guess where it's darker? Across my shoulder at the top.
Where you carry all that weight.
Where I carry all that weight. My lower back where I carry all that weight. It's almost like in that area of your body. And this is how your brain functions too. Somewhere in your brain, you got so scared or you got beaten up so bad that you tense up. And now there's no blood, there's no oxygen flowing, and you just like this.
Yes.
How long are you going to stay like this? Eventually, it's going to turn into a keloid. Your heart is going to turn into a keloid. Your body is going to turn into a keloid. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. But how do we release? How we chisel? How we beat it up?
Yes.
What do we do now? To even get there?
Yes.
That's where the water breaks come in at. That's where you go and you have self-care. You can't rescue me if you don't have a mask on yourself first.
That's right. That's right.
What if you die in the process of trying to save me? Now it's 2 lives gone because
Now,
you didn't try to take care of you.
Exactly.
I can't be a better mom if I don't help me. I can't be a better wife, better girlfriend. I can't be a better husband, better boyfriend, better brother, better sister.
That's right.
If I don't help me first.
That's right.
How are you going to know what the Creator is trying to tell you if you don't help you first?
Come on, Spirit.
Because the spirit is the messenger. We talked about this the last time. The spirit is the messenger. It carries the information.
Yes.
You pray to God that you done did enough exercise with your mental so it can dissect what the message is.
Yes.
Now your body has to take on that message and actually operate like a car, like a physical car. It now has to go. So if you don't do the maintenance on both spiritual, mental, physical, guess
You'll
what we
run out of
doing?
fuel.
We taking lives.
That's
We
right.
taking lives, ours or somebody else's.
Somebody else's. Yes.
Or we putting PTSD in some kid that we call ourselves raising because we quote unquote think they're bad.
Yes, that's right.
Because now we're not even functioning, Big B. Now, guess what? We don't know what to do. Those kids are crying out for something.
Yeah.
For the right training.
That's right.
But we didn't do the self-care, the self-rehab.
Mm.
And so now we failing as parents, and now the blind leading the blind. We teaching the wrong things. Cycles are steady going, and it is not being broken.
That's right.
But
You're right.
that's my spiel on that part.
No, you're right.
You know?
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's amazing. And I am just so overwhelmed right now with the fact that there are so many people doing just what you said.
Yeah.
They dealing with their own pain, but they want to take it out on someone else.
Yeah.
So this is a call for you to take action, okay? Take action in a way that it is healthy, it is progressive, and you working your way through the process. Because one thing you don't want to do is to sit in that pain and focus on it. You know, I was sharing my testimony yesterday with a family member. Shout out to my great aunt Wanda, who came down from San Diego. I was sharing my testimony with her and I broke out in tears. And I said, I hope I don't do that during the you know, the action day tomorrow. And she said, well, niece, if you do, that's just how you feel. She said, that's the problem. People are holding in how they feel, and then they bursting out in other ways. Just like you said, taking their life, taking someone else's life. So I just appreciated her letting me know that my transparency is going to help someone else heal. And as of yet, I have not dropped a tear, but just talking on the subject, it kind of makes you wonder about those who have not reached out, who have not gotten the support, who don't know a Olivia, who don't know a Tracy, who don't have a big boom to reach out to and say, hey, brother, I'm not doing so good today. I'm worried about those people. And I'm going to make it my mission, my personal challenge to get out there and make sure that those voices are being heard, that that pain is being felt in a way that it's going to help them get up out of it and become a better person.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do right quick is switch gears here to my big brother, Big Boom.
Can you hear me?
We hear you, Boom. You up in this thing.
See, what I gathered from it is we learn how to maintain our pain,
So you right.
and we're not taking possession of our position. And here's the problem. You say we fighting something we can't see, but we really fighting something that we seen that won't leave our head. See, whatever you seen back then that hurt you, you can't get that vision out of your head. So you still fighting that little girl that got raped or the little girl that got bullied from when you was 3, 4 years old, 12 years old. That's all you see. You can't see my
Right.
country tears of thee.
Right.
You can't see where you come from because you still stuck back what hurt you back then, and you trying to find a way to beat its behind. But the only way to beat its behind is to leave it behind. See, most people call it mental, but where I'm from, they call it crazy. In the hood, it's crazy. He's crazy. But you call it mental out here in the world. And the thing is, they used to, I'm 66. See, I'm from back in the day when they used to pay you
For acting.
to bring crazy people to you. They pay you for it.
Correct.
See, in my neighborhood, was just one person. Oh, he crazy. Leave him. Leave Billy alone. He crazy. But nowadays, everybody crazy, but one person. Seem like.
Yeah.
It's because the world and this technology then made us out of little babies that we can't grow up because we worry about what somebody say and what somebody do and where we at in life. We don't know where we at
Yes.
because we reaching for somebody to help us. It's just like a obese person. Well, they have 2 kids. Their husband obese, she's obese. Now the kids is the same way because we feeding everybody the same thing because I'm too selfish to take care of my kids so they won't be like me. I can't let that hamburger go, that hot dog go. They gonna have to eat what I eat.
Yeah.
But I'm destroying them like I done destroyed myself. So no one
That's deep.
ever come out of it because we all being selfish for ourselves.
Yes.
You know, mental is everything. It's because your loved one left you.
Yeah.
It's because you married the wrong person. It's because you love that person too much.
Yep.
It's because you love God too much.
Yeah.
You didn't went mental on religion.
Oh, that's so
It's because somebody said something to you. And the worst crime in the world is kids when you first start school. That's where it all starts. They bullies. Look at it, got a big head. Got a big head. Now for the rest of your life, the rest of the school year, you the girl with the big head. You can't never live that down because your head won't shrink. I was the dumb boy in school, but now everybody come to me for the answer.
It's the wisdom.
Because being dumb, you have to learn something smart to get around all that.
That is.
Being the girl with the big head, you had to learn something to make them look at something else beside your head. Now you got your body together. They see your body before they see the head.
That is so true.
So we all try to find something to make you look at something else so you won't look at what's wrong with us.
Yes.
And then you won't admit that that's wrong with you. See, you got to laugh with them and not cry because they're laughing at you. How you commit suicide to somebody bullying you online? You don't even know who it is.
Yes. Yes.